All right, welcome to the Young Turks, fourth day on Occupy Wall Street. And boy, there have been some amazing developments. Last night we launched Wolf-PAC. So what is Wolf-PAC? It is a political action committee to pass a constitutional amendment to clean up our politics. Corporations are not people. They do not have freedom of speech rights. They are not endowed by their creator with inalienable rights that should be reserved for human beings. And we want to get that unlimited corporate money out of politics. So if you go to wolf-pac.com, you will be able to join the movement, contribute, volunteer, etc. Last night here, we stood in the pouring rain for 2 hours and to make that announcement about Wolf-PAC at Occupy Wall Street. Now I gotta tell you, man, dozens of TYT Army guys showed up, and girls, and they were tremendously helpful, okay? We literally, if you saw the internal dynamics here, you would know, we literally could not have done it without them. And they did the human mic check for us, and they stood here in a pouring rain for all that time. Some people came from as far as Ohio just for last night. It was amazing. And check out our video that we did last night of the speech on our YouTube channel. And so afterwards, we're done. I asked Aaron, who's here, Aaron Wysocki, General of the Armies of the East, of course. By the way, TYT Army is awesome. One, I've never seen someone so excited to meet Jesus before. He's like, oh my God, you're the legendary Jesus Godoy. I was like, but anyway, and then somebody's like, Aaron, are you the General of the Armies of the East? So I love you guys. Anyway, we go do it. The speech is over. I turn to Aaron. He's looking on his smartphone. I say, how we doing? He said, we already got $1,000. The minute the speech ended, okay? By the time we'd gotten back to our hotel, an hour had passed, $3,000, okay? But the money is secondary. We need the money to be able to organize the volunteers, right? Because it's going to take a certain amount of resources. But what we really want is volunteers to actually occupy the states. Because what we got to do is go state by state and have them call for a constitutional convention. Now, why do we need a convention for the amendment? It's because if you try to do it the quote-unquote regular way, and you go to Congress, you need 2/3 of this corrupt Congress to call for that amendment, which seems nearly impossible. So what we want to do is take it to the state level so we don't have to deal with those corrupt politicians in Washington at all. If 2/3 of the states call for a convention, we can get an amendment that way. That's why we need you guys, so that you can go and occupy the state houses, so you can work state by state, Montana, Rhode Island, Georgia, etc., and get your local legislators to pass that bill calling for the convention. And some people get freaked out by the idea of a constitutional convention, but you know, we've only had one in our country, and it produced a little document called the United States Constitution. So as people are scared of it, I'm not. I believe in democracy. And the last time we had one, we produced the greatest document known to man, if you ask me. So that's why I think it could totally work. And so what we really care about is the volunteers. So how did that go? Well, right before we came on here, so a little after 12 hours after the speech, 2,197 people have joined up, and 1,126 people have volunteered to do specific tasks. Whether it's occupying a state, helping us with tech, helping us with legal, helping us with all the different divisions that we need to set up for this army to win this battle. That's amazing in 12 hours. The TYT Army is way too strong, okay? I love it. Keep it coming, and we're going to gather up the organizers first, the generals to lead that army, and then get all the volunteers the information that you need to take it to the next level. I couldn't be more encouraged by it, and it's been a fantastic beginning. So join us at wolf-pac.com, and let's make this happen. And by the way, you think that there are some people who don't believe? Of course! But here's what I gotta say, to all the non-believers, especially you, Tom Jackson, okay, we can make it happen. It's amazing what's happened. In fact, Huffington Post, Dan Frumkin has a story about all the different people that have been working on campaign finance reform for decades now, some for 40 years, saying, I can't believe the momentum that this movement, Occupy Wall Street, and all the Occupy movements across the country, all the energy that it has brought, and all of a sudden, everybody feels hope. everybody feels like maybe this is the time that we can galvanize what is clearly the correct route, which is to clean up our politics first and foremost, to actually get this done. And I really believe it can be done. And look, when we came on air in the Young Turks and we had 0 viewers and $0 in marketing, and we had a 0 lead in, they thought we couldn't do it either. But now we've got over 500 million views. So we know how to do the undoable with your help, okay? So let's go get them.